angels willing to hold us in their arms. When our worth was stone, our ashes, and we both passed on. Let forever mean forever and carry on.
Good afternoon. Thank God it's Friday. Well, kind of an impromptu topic. Probably going to be a little bit short or a lot of bit short of a monologue today. But for those that are watching the recording of the monologue later on, I figure I better get this out right in front before people are like, The title is going to be the top 1 things you need to know about water filtration. Why am I titling it like that? The top 1 things? Why do you use singular and plural? And do you English, bro? Yeah, I English, bro. But that's how stupid I think these lists are. It's a bandwagon thing and whatever. All of my life I've spent walking away from bandwagons. So it's just one of those things. But there was some information put out there today, and let me explain something. My family, like my quote unquote real family, pretty dysfunctional group of people. And so, it was hard to consider them family when I was young. And now I have zero contact, nor do I want any contact with them. And so that's not my family. You guys are my family, okay? I also feel like preppers in general is a family. And I had to go through all of that to explain that I would not mislead family. I wouldn't do it. And I think there's a responsibility in what we do, especially if we're going to get on here on YouTube and we're going to broadcast one way or another, be it live or videos or whatever. In my opinion, that comes with a heavy responsibility. Namely, research what the hell you're talking about before you talk about it. It's important. And my intent here is not to bash anybody. It's not. I'm frustrated, but my intent's not to bash anybody. My intent is to try to get the proper information out there. Here's the sad part of that. No matter how loud I speak, I won't reach 1/100th of the people with the correct information. And the really frustrating part of that is it could cost people their lives. And that frankly pisses me off. I guess the added bonus of frustration here is this is not a topic that has not been discussed. Okay? It's been thoroughly discussed, but I think what we're running into a matter of here is what we have and can show versus what we don't have. Okay? Not an excuse. There's a lot of different items that I talk about when I talk about prepping. There's a lot of different items that I don't have, but I will sit there and tell you, hey, this is probably what you want to get. If you can afford to get it, this is what you want to get. Whether I've got it or not, because it's not about whether or not I've got it. It's about whether or not it'll be good for you. That's what's important. I know people are probably already at the point of, get it out. What are you talking about? Well, there was another bandwagon video today. Whatever, 6 things, whatever, water filtration. And Life Straw was pimped. Folks, before I go through the normal stuff, to get it out of the way, I will say this much. The number one most important things to remember about water filtration is to throw your live straw in the trash. Number one most important things. Throw your live straw in the trash. And I'm going to show you why here in just a moment. Let me run through my normal stuff real quick, and we'll go from there. Okay, Amazon affiliate. We are up to $34.96. So it is a climbing. So thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you for participating in that. That helps us on our journey. And part of what our journey is finding inexpensive ways for not only us to prep, but to help you prep inexpensively and make the right choices. That's not always an easy thing to do. Right? Not always an easy thing to do. I'm still in limbo yet as to whether or not I'll be able to get the smartwatch. As I've said, like a couple of days in a row now. If I get enough, because I need like $43. If I get enough to get the smartwatch. Right away, that's what I'm going to do. And then I will put off the tactical pants until the end of this coming month. Unless something comes up and I can do tactical pants. But I'm trying to go through my priority list. And, I don't know what's going to happen. So if it comes out, and I'll probably know within a couple of days which way it's going to go. If it comes out that there's no way that I'm going to be able to get the smartwatch, I'll go ahead and get the tactical pants ordered. And it's the same thing, I'm looking for a cheap, inexpensive option that would be beneficial, not only to myself, of course, but it would be a beneficial thing for you. Okay, without having to go and spend over $100 for a pair of tactical pants. Okay, I'm not going to do the Facebook $30 pair ad. That if you're on Facebook, you've probably seen it put in your face a million times by now. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to find a pair on Amazon, and I'm going to go that route. So, but anyway, again, I just want to be completely transparent with you guys. But I'm trying to beat a time limit on this watch. The guy's got I think he's got 4 left. So I'm trying to beat that limit. If I get the one that's on eBay, I can get a brand new one for $84 versus a refurbished one on Amazon for $80. So I just have to beat the clock. So that's what's going on with that. Again, just being transparent. So anyway, we're setting at $34.96, and I highly appreciate it. For those that don't know, we are an Amazon affiliate. There's a link in the description of the video, as well as the watchmannews.com right there. If you click that link before you shop on Amazon, it doesn't cost you anything more, but it throws a little bit our way, and it is highly, highly appreciated. We also have an Amazon store. That link is also in the description of the video, as well as on the homepage of the watchmannews.com right there. That will take you to our Amazon store. There's a bunch of different categories. There's a bunch of different items in those categories, and it's the same deal. If you purchase an item out of our Amazon store, it doesn't cost you anything more, and it throws a little bit our way. So there is one more way that you can help support the Watchman News, and that is our donate link. You can either go to thewatchmannews.com/donate, or you can go to thewatchmannews.com. On our homepage here in the menu, there is a donate button, and it's a PayPal donation button. You don't have to have a PayPal account. You can do it as a guest with a debit card or a credit card. And I always let people know it will say donate to Transforming Disabilities up top right there. And it'll also say purpose the Watchman News donation. That way you know you're in the right place. Back a while back, we had people a little freaked out whenever they went to visit our donation link. They were like, but it doesn't say the Watchman News. And it's like, well, that's us. So anyway, wow. I tried to get into that as quickly as possible. So sorry I have to pimp that stuff out. It's just, hey, you know, I don't feel bad about doing it. I do this like I do a lot. 20 hours a week live. I don't mind pimping myself a little bit. Let's see. Okay. So what Jen's giving me that look. By the way, and I'm going to mention this, although I'll probably mention it again next week. Tuesday is an amazing day for Jennifer and myself. It is not just any normal day, and it's not just any normal anniversary. It is our nickel anniversary coming up on Tuesday. Our nickel, and that's what I'm calling it. It's 5 years, so I'm calling it the nickel anniversary, right? Because we're not like reaching diamond or gold or anything like that. We're reaching a nickel. Anyway, I am excited about that. Seriously, I am. I joke about it, but we joke a lot here. We really do. So anyway, let me get to talking about this. And my only intent, folks, is I want you guys to have the proper information. That's all I care. At the end of the day, that is all I care, is that you guys have the proper information, because I don't want you guys listening to anybody. I don't want you listening to me. Do research. Okay, no matter who it is that you hear it from. Do your own research, please. I'm begging you to, because you'll find out very important stuff. But there was a video made or put out today on water filtration, and Live Straw was pimped once again. And I have said, and I'm just standing behind the things that I've said, that I will call it out every time I see it. And it doesn't matter who does it. I'm calling it out. Please do not put your family's life in the hands of a Live Straw. Please. Okay? Multiple reasons why. Sure, it's quick, it's easy, it's, I've got one on my desk, okay? I've literally, it's been on my desk. I need to probably, put it somewhere. I was going to throw it in the trash, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to hang on to it. And this is my recommendation for you, by the way. When I say throw it in the trash, what I'm saying is don't use it. What I'm going to do with this is these are going to be put back. And if we run into somebody that has nothing, then I'm going to give it to them. Okay? That's what we're doing with our Live Straws. I'm not actually throwing them in the trash. And if you own some and you take to heart what I'm saying, or you do the research yourself, which hopefully you do, and you decide to make the same decision, don't throw them away. Put them away somewhere. And if the balloon goes up and you run into somebody that doesn't have any type of water filtration or anything like that, give it to them. It's better than nothing. So anyway, let me just show you the difference. Now, I'm not going to do anything special. I'm just going to Google this, right? I'm going to Google Live Straw specs in one window. And then over here, I'm going to Google Sawyer mini specs. Now, mind you, the price point is about the same. So your Live Straws you're going to get for around $20, right? Between $15-$20. You can get the Sawyer minis for around $20, okay? I do recommend the Sawyer Squeeze over the Sawyer Mini, but I will say it kind of depends on the application that you're using it. But I would say for most instances, I would recommend the Sawyer, the Squeeze over the Mini. And the reason why is what it comes with, okay? And no, they're not normally $41 like you see here. I don't know why that one's so high, but let me get to the meat of of what I'm saying here. So let me go ahead and bring up this page. We're going to go to the actual product pages, okay? So that way there's no trickery, there's no tomfoolery or anything like that. We're going to the actual product pages. Now, this is Live Straw, right on the Live Straw website. Not trying to trick anybody here. And Let me see. Okay, that information's there. This is the Sawyer website, as you can see. So we're going to look at live straw. Okay. Now, the handy dandy thing about live straw is it's all one piece. It's really easy. You just stick your face down into the water, right, if you're into doing that, and you suck through the straw, right? No other way to use it, by the way, but that's what you do. So, let's talk about effectiveness. Long lasting. I love how they put long lasting. No, it's not. 1,000 gallons. 1,000 gallons is what a live straw will filter. Okay? Now, what about the even more important part? Let's talk about how well it will filter. And again, this is right on their website. Right here. 0.2 microns. You see it yourself. 0.2 microns. Okay? Let's go take a look over at the Sawyer Mini. So first of all, let's talk amounts. 100,000 filtered gallons. That's 100 times the amount of water that a live straw will filter. 100 times. That's a fair bit different. How about effectiveness? Right up here. 0.1 micron. Now, what that's talking about is how big of a particle could get past the filter into your drinking water. And we're talking about a real tiny particle. But can you imagine the difference between a 0.2 and a 0.1? Believe it or not, that live straw can let through some pretty dangerous stuff. Now, I would always recommend that you not only filter your water, but you also purify it, meaning you boil it, or you put a purification tablet in it, or you use bleach or pool shock, or whatever method that you have. Okay? I would always recommend not just filtering, but also purifying. That's important. Now, here's the thing. How are you going to boil water or add bleach or anything like that if you're just directly sticking your face down next to the water and drinking through it like a straw? How are you going to do that? You're going to put it in your mouth and then take a blowtorch and stick it in your mouth and get the water boil? I mean, seriously? How are you going to do that? You're going to get a mouthful and drop a bleach in your mouth and swish it around and you're good to go, right? No, there's no way you can do it. There's absolutely no way you can do it. You are stuck with one method and one method only with this product. And that's it. That's it. Again, hand them to somebody, because I know a lot of us have them. Hand them to somebody that has nothing. And to be honest, if I handed it to somebody, I would apologize as I'm handing it to them. I'm sorry, this is all I have to give you. That would be the words that came out of my mouth, I guarantee you. So, with this, and I do recommend the squeeze, this here I believe is the mini that you're looking at, just the regular mini. The squeeze is what I recommend. See if they show pictures of it. Yep, there we go. So the squeeze is the one that I recommend, and I'm sure they're going to show bigger pictures of it. And I hope. Well, I was hoping that they would give all the products. Let me see. I can't do the 360 view. I don't want to play the video. Well, here we go. That's pretty much all I have is that picture. Let me back up. and I'll pull up a image from wherever. It doesn't really matter. Sawyer Mini. Let me just put in squeeze. I want to show you this because this is kind of important. So squeeze, like, and to be honest, I'm going to be totally honest with you here. Walmart probably has the best deal on the Sawyer squeeze. Okay, just to be real with you, Walmart does, and I'll show you that. Just give me a moment, I'll show you that. But here's the thing, okay? With the Sawyer Mini, let me go ahead and click on that so it brings it up. With the Sawyer squeeze, I mean micro squeeze, okay, you get a mouthpiece, okay? It's got a mouthpiece, kind of like a sports bottle cap, okay? And you see the straw right here? That straw will connect right there. And you can use this device exactly like a life straw if you need to. On the go, you're on the run, whatever. You can use this exactly like a life straw, no different. Except it's going to filter the water better, and you're going to get 100 times the amount of filtered water. Now, the other option is you can fill this bag up that you get with it with water, and you can screw that down here, or that's the same size cap, same size fitting as like a 2-liter soda bottle, for instance, or a 20-ounce soda bottle. So you could even use that in place of this bag. And you just simply fill it up with water and you squeeze. Now, you could squeeze it into some type of a metallic type of pot, aluminum, stainless steel, whatever the case may be. You could boil it. You could squeeze it into another bottle, say an empty soda bottle, and you could drop some bleach in it to purify it. So you've got methods here. You've got options here that would allow for you to not only filter the water, but purify it like you really need to do. And that's important. That's important. See, it's not about how many things that I can show you. That's why I don't like the bandwagon stuff, because it's typically just all fluff. It's not about how many different things I can show you. It's about what's the best option. That's what it's about. And if you can go out and afford to buy the real expensive stuff, the MSR stuff, the Catadine stuff, go for it. It's good stuff. Great products. They really are. Right? But before I go out and spend $300 for a Catadine, I'm going to buy me a whole hell of a lot of mini Sawyers. I have a lifetime supply of mini Sawyers for myself and others. Because to me, that's what's important. To me, that's what's important. I'm just not a tactical kind of guy, I guess. Never intended to be. I'm just real. So, as I was telling you, and again, monologue's going to be a little short today, but let me go ahead and take you there. I was telling you that they offer, Walmart actually offers the best deal. You've seen what you get there for $28 on Amazon, okay? And again, you know, I'm about telling you guys the way it is. If you can get a better deal at Walmart than what you can through my link, I'm not that worried about making that buck. And it ain't even going to be a buck from that, but you get what I'm saying. Right? I'm not worried about making that money. Okay? I'm worried about you getting the best deal that you can. This is Walmart's deal. Okay? $29.97. It comes with 2 bags. Okay? 2 of those squeeze sacks. It comes with 2. It comes with some extra fittings. Okay? For being able to like hook it in line with your like your hydration bladder, or if you want to make a gravity feed filter, whatever the case, it comes with fittings, and then it comes with this little net sack. I didn't say nut sack, I said net sack in ET. I'm just clarifying. And that's for hanging it. So if you wanted to turn it into a gravity feed filter, you could put one of those plastic, one of those containment systems, fill it up with water, put the filter on it, put it in the sack, and you could hang it up in a tree or whatever, and you could use it as a gravity feed water filter. So, yeah, I do like Walmart's deal on them. And you still get the straw, you still get the syringe to be able to back flush it to clean it. That's what that's for. And you get fittings. So it's actually a pretty good deal, to be honest. And the only place I've seen it come that way is Walmart. So, just thought I would let you guys know. Anyway, that's pretty much what I have for you on that. I'm not, this is a 0.1 squeeze. I don't think it's, yeah. See, even on Amazon, like, that's considered the 0.1 squeeze. Even on Amazon, you can't quite get that good of a deal. Like the 3 pouches, it'd cost you like almost $40. There's the 1 pouch deal. Well, that's hydration. Oh, wait. Yeah. See, even to get the equivalent one that Walmart's got without a second pouch, just 1 pouch, it would be $36 on Amazon. Amazon just does not have as good of a deal as what Walmart's got on that. So, just letting you guys know. But anyway, I just wanted to cover that, folks. This isn't about chest beating. This isn't about... I would hope to God it was about helping people. That's why I do it. And I realize there's a lot of others out there that have different motives behind it, behind what they do. But no matter what, you will do yourself a huge favor by researching. I research the hell out of stuff before I make a purchase. Every time. And a lot of times, if I go to buy something that, I don't think is going to be super duper spectacular, I know that ahead of time. Like, I'll bring it up again. The smartwatch. Let me show you. Because I had bought a cheap one. But the reason why I bought it, because I was like, well, okay, am I going to be able to handle having this on me, or is it going to drive me up a wall? Would it be worth it or not? I bought this $22 piece of junk, okay, and I didn't think it would probably work very good, okay, and it doesn't. But I wanted to see if I could handle it being on my wrist, point blank. Because a lot of your smartwatches you can't change the band on. So I've got a band that I absolutely love, but if I can't use it with the watch, the band does me no good. So I got it just to see if I could handle wearing a watch. I hate things on my wrist. I hate things around my neck. I'm not a real big fan of like rings. I just don't like tight things around me. But anyway, I'll tell you guys flat out, don't get one. Unless you're just getting a smartwatch just to see if you'll wear a watch or just whatever, don't get one of these. Let me show you the one that I do want. If I can find it. I'm going to take you to the eBay ad. He added one. This is the one that I want. So, 70, the difference was, and I guess I'll show you, so you know, the difference was, this is like $76 with $7 shipping, right, which comes out, what, 83, something like that. Well, anyway, this, if you do your research into it, it is a badass watch, and there's really not a whole lot of complaints about it. But do you know how long I've researched watches? I've been doing it for months. Months before I found this one. So, and the difference is this cat, I guess he's a new seller on eBay. And this is new. Brand new in the box. To where Amazon... hang on here. I know, you guys aren't very excited with this stuff, I guarantee it. But, TicWatch E. Amazon's got one for $80 right here. But, it's renewed, which is another new name for refurbished. Okay, so essentially I could get a refurbished one for 80 or for like 83. I could get a brand new one sealed in the box. Yeah, I would rather spend the other $3 and get the brand new one sealed in the box. But anyway, you know, I don't, at least not yet, I don't have this to show you and say, you know, oh, you know, top two TicWatch or top 2 smartwatches. No, it's not about that. It's about getting something that is going to do you right. You know, when it comes to smartwatches, if you got $300 to throw at a Galaxy smartwatch, do it. Do it. I certainly would if I could. In a heartbeat. If I had $200 to throw at a smartwatch, I would get it probably a Gear S3. Okay, which is another Samsung smartwatch. You know, but I don't. So I have to find the cheapest but the best, and that comes in great when it comes to prepping. It really does, because I know ain't none of us millionaires. So it helps. It helps. But after months of researching, this is the least expensive model that runs what they call Gear OS. So that is, I think it's called Gear OS. But anyway, it's the decent operating system for a watch. But nonetheless, I know it probably bores the hell out of you. But I'm just trying to give you an example of the amount that I research before I buy anything. And it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. I research the hell out of it. Because it's important. You know, every dime I spend counts. And unfortunately, you know, if I make a mistake, there is no easy going back for me. There is no easy fixing it. I'm just pretty much, I'm screwed. I'm out. You know, I'm trying to help prevent that for you. But when it comes to water filtration, we start entering an area to where things could be a little dangerous. And that's the way I look at it. You know, stay away from the live straws. If you've got them, you know, if you want to throw it in the trash, that's fine. If you want to hang on to it and give it to somebody that doesn't have anything, that's fine too. But do yourself a favor and your loved ones. At the very least, get Sawyer Minis. Believe me on that. Anyway, let me do some headlines here and we'll get on with the rest of it. Sip of coffee here. Trump's personal assistant resigns after caught leaking information to media, says a report. This was kind of messed up. I'm following War Monitor. I guess let me see the whole thing if I can figure out how. I don't remember how to do this. I guess that was it. Okay. So I guess U.S. Secretary of State Pompeo says U.S. will give Israel diplomatic, legal, and military resupply support in any war with Iran, however long. And War Monitor had replied to that as if there isn't already enough incentive to start a war. And I agree. That's crazy. That's crazy. I also retweeted this from War Monitor. I guess Trump had tweeted something about the economy doing so good or whatever. And War Monitor retweeted, then why such a need to remind us of this daily? The economy should speak for itself without the need for a daily reminder. And I would agree. It's a dog and pony show, folks. It's a dog and pony show. They tell the lie enough times, maybe people will believe it. And largely, a lot of people do think the economy is doing good. It works, you know. It does work, but that's not the truth. Let's see. Reports of Ukrainian prisoners flying home, but Russia-Ukraine prisoner swap incomplete, Kiev says. Now, there's going to be an update to that here momentarily. Trump targets China's century-old debt in latest trade war maneuver. And here's that update I was speaking of. No prisoner swap with Russia on Friday. Talks continue, says Ukraine. So that did not go through. Israeli cops throw stun grenade at Haaretz photographer, and I may have said the name of that organization wrong, photographer amid East Jerusalem arrests. Central bank's gold buying spree to continue in coming years as global economic doubts rise. Russian telecom giant and China's Huawei launch 5G zones in Russian cities. Turkey in talks on buying Russian Su-57 jet fighters, says Erdogan. And like I said yesterday, not a surprise at all. Not a surprise. And, you know, you play enough games with enough of these countries, they will just start working around you. They'll just start avoiding you. And that's what Turkey's doing. They're pretty much just avoiding the United States. They're just, you know, why would they battle with the United States to buy outdated, underrated equipment? You know, the S-400 missile systems are way better. The anti-defense missile, I should say, are way better than what our, like, Patriot missile systems are. And it's just a fact. I'm not at fault. It's just a fact. And just like the Su-57, I mean, a Fiat, right? The old car. I'm trying to think here. A 67 Mustang is better than an F-35 fighter jet. Okay, the F-35 is not. It's not what it is. It's not what it was made out to be. It was a flop. It will never improve. It was a flawed design. It was a flawed idea. They actually, you know, when they went with an aircraft, because what they do many times is they tell different manufacturers what they're looking for in an aircraft, and these manufacturers will compete. Okay, and to be quite honest, the government went with the wrong company on the F-35. Just to be honest, they went with the wrong company. Anyway, it's not that great of an aircraft. And even by design, it's not that great. Very highly technological. And it would have been cutting edge if they could have rolled it out right the moment when they intended to. But now we're so many years later, you know, the combination of it being so many years later and the combination of the Clintons selling the stealth technology and a lot of the tech that's in the F-35 to China and Russia. Well, I know to Russia, wait, was it? Yeah, it was China. And I'm sure China made sure that it got to Russia. So nonetheless, all the stealth technology that the F-35 has is useless against the other superpowers. Useless, right? However, the same is not true for the Russian jets. Okay, they are using the true cutting edge technology. So why would Turkey lose sleep at night over not being able to get F-35s when they can get Su-57s? You know? Or even possibly the new MiG aircraft. It's insane. I mean, it's we're cutting off our own foot is what we're doing. Let's see. Totally trippy, sniffing, psychedelic, amphibian secretion. Yeah, that sounds icky. Increases satisfaction and reduces stress. So, yes, folks, go lick some toads. No, I'm sure a lot of us have probably heard about certain toads. If you lick them, it has a psychedelic effect. That's what this is referring to. By the way, I'm not telling you to go lick toads because I don't know anything about it, and that might not be totally cool, right? No pun intended. U.S. Fed unable to delay recession any longer, says investor Peter Schiff. I suck at jokes, don't I? Trump slams GM for auto plants in China, suggests it should start moving back to America again. Watch hundreds of migrants storm 6-meter-high razor wire at Spanish exclave Ceuta. And I'm sure I butchered that all to hell, but I don't know how to pronounce that. China dismisses Bolton's accusations of technology theft as slander. Visiting hack site was enough. Google says it discovered major iPhone security exploits. Surprise, surprise, huh? American service member killed in Afghanistan as Trump vows U.S. will always stay there. And that just gets me because that was one of the campaign promises, just like it was one of Obama's campaign promises, that the troops were going to come home. The troops were going to come home. Well, not anymore. Let me have a sip of coffee. Let's see. Amid crisis, China rejected Hong Kong plan to appease protesters. Suicide attackers blow up military patrol in Aden, Yemen, says reports. U.S. imposes new North Korea sanctions on 2 Taiwanese individuals. And hang on here. Can't read the whole headline. 2 Taiwanese individuals, 3 entities, and 1 vessel. Trump blasts Fed for doing nothing while Euro drops like crazy again. HIV breakthrough. Scientists discover resistance gene in patients with muscular disease. The latest, Dorian strengthens to Category 3 hurricane. Parts of Vermont capital. Let me try that again, without 3 tongues. Parts of Vermont Capitol are on lockdown after gunman enters building. Trump wishes Iran good luck in probe into failed rocket launch as he rules out U.S. involvement. How do you like that? Trump himself ruled out U.S. involvement, right? He got out his sleuth magnifying glass and he put on the funny little hat, got a hold of a pipe, right? I mean, it had crack in it, but nonetheless got a hold of a pipe. And, the U.S. investigated itself. We had nothing to do with it. Good luck determining what happened. Trump says U.S. not involved in Iranian satellite incident. Same story. Twitter says CEO Jack Dorsey's account was temporarily compromised. Did they speak the truth or something? Troy, Illinois man facing multiple attempted murder charges after driving drunk into CrossFit gym. I thought that was crazy. I shared that out because that's like literally like a 10-minute drive away from here. Troy is. So anyway, that is the headlines, or sometimes I want to call them hoodlines. That would be the headlines. So let me go ahead and wrap up the monologue and we will go from there. So if you're here for the live show, stick around. Don't go anywhere. Don't do anything. We'll be live until 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you're here just watching the monologue or you're watching the recording later on, thank you very much. As always, God bless you. We love you, and be one with your spirit.